things really do go bump in the night. Monsters, demons, everything you've ever feared was under your bed. They're all real. Welcome to the Supernaturalist channel. Don't miss your chance to scream.
Greetings, Supernaturalist. For this story, I won't enclose any personal details, but I would like to share the story that has changed my opinion on all things supernatural. I live in a British countryside. It's a very pleasant area, but I have had a lot of strange activity recently, and I have never known what that was like until a few weeks ago. I would like to specify, I'm 15, female, and I don't have the best imagination. I'm very science-based, and I was not associated with the beliefs in the supernatural. This happened a few weeks ago, on a Thursday, around 1935. I was out late, and I was doing some shopping errands for my mother, and I encountered a creature I believed to be the Jersey Devil, or something bearing quite a resemblance to it, although I thought the Jersey Devil was only encountered in parts of America. I think I have now been proved wrong. I am positive this is what I saw. So the encounter goes. I was taking a stroll one night through this wooded shortcut. It's summer, but it was strangely dark, and it felt quite unnerving to be there, even though I've walked this path before with no problems. I was being accompanied by this beautiful ginger cat, a stray that I believe was following behind me. I bent down to pet it occasionally, and got a little off track, but it's okay, because I told my mother I'd be back around 11, as I was carrying all that shopping, and it takes a while. However, I seem to have drifted a little off track, but the cat stuck by me, keeping me company. Anyways, I went to get back on track on the trail, and the cat next to me suddenly freaked out and ran away. I've never seen a cat run so fast, but I didn't pay much attention to it, and kept walking. As I was walking for a while, I heard a crashing sound, so I was thinking maybe it was just people messing around. No big deal, right? I stopped and listened. Then I hear this horrific scream. Well, more of a mutilated scream, along where I needed to go. So, I being the curious type, just went to go have a look. Well, as they say, curiosity killed the cat, although this time, it was quite literal, because I saw the same cat hanging rather lifeless from something in the shadows. But it was something big. At this time, the same scream let out, and the cat fell lifelessly to the ground. I heard the sound of a hoof scraping the floor, so I panic, and I start to run home. It's quite a trip, but I wasn't prepared to stop. So at this point, I was running at breakneck speed down the track, but the thing behind me was running at tear-your-neck-off speed, and clearly it was faster than me. I turned around to look at whatever the hell was chasing me, but I saw nothing. I kept my eyes behind me, and then me being me, I ran into a tree and fell backwards. Typical. So now I'm hearing the slow rhythmic sound of wings beating, which sounded exactly like shaking empty duvet covers, and a scream that sounded much like a horse's scream, and then the sound of landing. I sat up, still a little dazed, and cursing myself for running into a tree, when I see these glowing red eyes, like balls of fire, pierce through the darkness, and look straight at me. Again, the mutilated scream sounded through the forest. Its head was a hideous mockery of a horse's head, with skin pulled tight. It was a dark brown, almost black in color, with long, skinny ears, and two canines that stood out among the relatively normal horse teeth. Well, horse-ish. They were quite jagged, from what I could make out. One of its legs stepped forward, and I could see its skinny front leg as it emerged, following the head. Its leg was just bone, with a thin layer of skin stretched to the maximum, wrapped around that bone. I heard what sounded like the unraveling of wings, and its hoof scraped the ground in a threatening posture. So I leapt up, and as I did so, it screamed, sounding even more malicious. I ran as fast as I could and sprinted at what felt like 600 miles per hour. And I heard the flapping of wings again. This time it was above me. At least that's what it sounded like. When it must have hit my head with its hooves, because I felt a searing pain run through my head, and I fell onto my hands and knees onto the forest floor. I could feel my blood dripping down onto my back and my shoulders, and my blue and white top started to show my blood. I thought it was going to kill me. I was going to be killed by the Jersey Devil. But it reared back, and I saw the light from flashlights emerging from between the trees. It launched itself into the sky and screamed, and then it was gone. It just disappeared. Thank God the flashlights belonged to my dad and his mates, who came looking for me, as my dad heard the screams and knew I was walking down this path. He helped me up and took me home to sort out my head, and then he asked me what happened. Not wanting to say the truth, I said I ran into a tree and passed out. He believed me, but I didn't know anything about the screams. From that day on, I became more aware of the supernatural and that it really does exist. That was my story. Looking back on it, it almost seemed cool how I got so close to a legend. But I believe I got a scar out of it too. I shall use this as my proof that stuff like this does exist, and I'm wondering why I never believed it before. Have a good day. P.S. I have not enclosed my exact location. I moved houses about a week ago, and I don't know if the things that I've been seeing will follow me or not. Good evening, creatures of the night. Well, this wraps up Supernaturalist Week. I had a blast doing this and giving you an episode every day. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I tried to be as diverse as possible with the encounters that I presented. Thank you so much for supporting me in this channel for the year that it's been around. Since Monday alone, we've had 367 creatures of the night join us. All of you guys are rock stars, and again, I could not do this without you. To all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. I hope you guys have a safe and fun holiday. I myself am going to spend the weekend with my little ghoul, and I hope everybody that has a little monster out there has fun with them as well. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Join the Facebook group. Follow me on Twitter at SupernatChannel. And if you have an encounter of your own, please email it to the supernaturalistchannel@gmail.com or the supernaturalist13@gmail.com. As for this last one that I presented, I don't know if it's the Jersey Devil. I don't know if he commutes across the pond a lot, but it sure sounded Jersey Devil-esque to me. So I really want to hear you guys' opinion on what this was. Drop me a line at one of the emails, or tell us what you thought about it on the Facebook group, or just comment on this video right here. But I'm really interested in your opinion. That's all I got this time, guys. Have a good weekend. I'll catch you on Tuesday. And remember,
don't miss your chance to scream.